اليهود كلاب العرب. The Jews are the dogs of the Arabs. Or اذبح اليهود, slit the throat of the Jews, slaughter the Jews. These were not only on posters, but the people were chanting them. And this was scary to see a crowd coming towards you chanting اذبح اليهود, kill the Jews.
This wasn't just mobs and demonstrations. This was actual killings of civilians, innocent civilians who were Jewish. And it really created a tremendous fear in the Jewish population, especially for my own parents. My mother had to run through rooftops to escape the mob that was out to kill many of the Jews in her neighborhood.
כן, אני הייתי בת 13 באותו זמן, בזמן המוראות. וראיתי את הזוועה הזאת, ועד היום, מול העיניים שלי. הערבים קמו והורגים, שורפים והורגים. והתחילו לפרוץ בתים, להרוג, לשבור, להושיב. ואנחנו פחדנו מאוד.
רצתי והם רצים אחריי, רצתי ורצים אחריי עד שתפסו אותי. הרביצו עד כמה שנמאס להם. וזה הסימן, תראה, רצו לחתוך את הידיים ואת הרגליים ואת הראש כמו מפה עם גרזנים. עד שנמאס להם וחשבו שאני מת.
הכנסתי חדר. מצאתי ילדים אחרי מה, 6, 7, 8, קטנים, תינוקות, ככה, 10, שכל הבית ערימה אחת, סגופים. ריח של בן אדם, של בשר בן אדם, ריח אותו, קשה.
My neighbor, who was an Egyptian Muslim, actually saved our lives because he came down and told the mob that was rioting that there was no Jews living in the building, which was not true. My family were in hiding.
In that kind of instability, the only thing you really have left is the trust in a good friend who can help you out of difficult situations, like the righteous Gentiles, you know, the righteous Arabs. And there were some. You can't let anyone tell you there weren't. There were a lot of Arabs who were very good to the Jews.
Individuals showed compassion, but leaders continued to incite hatred. Arab governments placed new pressures on Jews that made conditions unbearable.
We're talking about Nuremberg-type laws which criminalized being a Jew and characterized Jews as enemies of the state, which stripped Jews of their citizenship, which sequestered or forcibly seized their property and assets.
In 1941, there was one nationalist leader, Kailani, who organized a big uprising against the British occupiers and so forth, and they take the same opportunity to massacre the Jews. And in Farhud, they also massacred the Jews. The British interfered, and after they massacred what they massacred, the things ended. But it has to be always pointed out that anti-British sentiment went with anti-Semitic sentiment.
When I witnessed the persecution, the hatred within the school and within the neighborhood, within the city, within the country of Iraqis, I came into decision, and my mother, my parents also, that country wasn't so our country, and we had to leave.
بدون رجوع meant without the chance of coming back, a one-way trip. This is what the Egyptian government did to many Jewish families. When they kicked them out, they stamped on their travel documents, بدون رجوع. We don't want to see you again. This is a one-way trip.
Well, in 1948, we were some 100,000 Jewish in Egypt. And now you can find there only perhaps 20, 30 old people. So we could say that the Jewish community in Egypt is not anymore. It's finished, vanished.
As I was watching the door close, and it was a little bit dark, the lights were off, the sun wasn't strong anymore, the curtains were down, and there was this beautiful home, neat, clean, the beds were made, all these beautiful Persian rugs, big rugs, and we were just closing it, and we left.
We left, and we lost everything. We lost the business, we lost his manufacturing shop and his retail shop, and we left behind, unfortunately, a very beautiful villa with a garden full of orange blossoms and lemon blossoms, which till now I can remember.
When we reached the airport, we had no idea what was going to happen. I mean, I had no idea if we were going to see our parents again, if we were going to be reunited again, if we were going to get killed or be let go, or nothing. We knew nothing.
The only thing we could take with us were a few clothes. I had left a very valuable and very dear stamp collection, but I did take out with me my Star of David.